agree. So first of all, we are going to introduce Andrea and Kevin. Let us welcome all the way from Ontario, Canada. Hi guys, how are you? You have to unmute yourself.
Good morning.
Kevin, you're an amazing individual. I mean, I've seen Kevin's story on Facebook and I'm deeply touched. And I must say, a lot of people have also been touched by your story and the numbers keep growing, right? And Andrea, you have been on the other side of the fence, so to speak, to watch your beloved husband, what he has gone through. So without much further ado, with your permission, may I play the video, all right, of what your husband went through? Is that okay?
Absolutely, yes. Please share.
Okay, so can we play the video? All right.
And then last Wednesday,
they were going to do a CT or MRI, and they canceled the MRI and did a CT, two of them.
oh, is
With
that
the,
There we go. Gonna say Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Having a little flare up right now.
Yeah, I kind of hoped I could watch the countdown downstairs, but I can do it from my bed too.
We're gonna head to bed. His legs are giving out.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and figure out how to get over there.
All right, everybody. Happy New Year
Yeah.
from our families to yours.
And to mine.
And you... oh, be careful.
Yeah.
There you go. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
You just so this is my body trying to fight balance with my weight. Okay, so if I push myself, I'll probably fall over because it'll fight to get my weight right. You know what I mean?
This is not funny. This is just crazy.
Yeah, well. But if I have my cane, which is there, then I can use it as a third leg, which is where my hand is.
You walk a little better with that, eh?
Yeah.
Kind of. A little bit. Where are you going?
Catching you.
I love you. Oh. Alrighty, let's see how you're doing now. There you go. Awesome. Much better than yesterday. No more brain fog today, so we're in a good moment. And look at how Millie will go right down the stairs with you. This is adorable. I love this. Well, she's in training. She's got another 2 years of training behind her. You gonna go with the dad, Millie? Go with dad. Go beside him. There you go. Good girl. They're going somewhere. Oh, look at how. Geez, did you stumble on that last step?
No, I wanted to turn around, but I was
Went
doing
fast.
so many things at once.
Awesome. Cool. Look at this guy walking. Look at him. I haven't seen you walk like this in a long time, Mr. Street. Wow. This is amazing. Going out for supper, heading into our favorite restaurant, Clubhouse. Ready?
Got Millie.
Look at you go. What a miracle. Good job. Woo! No hand railing. Look at this.
I don't have to watch.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
There you go. So this is what, maybe 4 or 5 treatments with the wand?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice shirt.
Yeah, thanks. That's in case anyone notices my belly. I'm actually a unicorn.
I'm over here laughing at that shirt too, by the way.
Okay, wow. There you go. So, I mean, what a transition. And all I can say is, Andrea, for you to watch all that and to record all that, I feel you, really. And it's something that you never imagined, both of you, and especially for Kevin to have gone through something so painful and without knowing that you're going to get back to being normal again. I heard from your wife when I talked to her that you were actually diagnosed by the doctor that your injury is caused by vaccination. Am I right? So tell us about what happened. I mean, like, without singling out the specific company or, but what happened to you? Like your first jab, your second jab. Tell us your story. What happened?
Well, I'll give you a quick little overview of how this all became. May 6th, I stepped up and rolled my sleeve up and took a vaccine for what I thought, or what at least I was told was the right thing to do. There was no warning. There was really no fear on my behalf either, because I didn't really think I had anything to worry about. The way that the advertisements and everything rolled out, it was a very necessary thing and urgent for everyone, and it was also very safe. So
that was in 2021, right? I mean,
correct. Yes.
May 2021. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. May 2021 was the change of my life. Actually, it was and you know what? It started right away too.
It started right away. I mean, the tremor and everything.
Not so much the tremors. It came on like a really, really good flu. And the fact that, I really wasn't someone who was a flu recipient. Usually I'd blow right through it and I never really had any bad ones. But when I got this needle, I felt it go through me. And when it went through me, I remember commenting and saying, this is quite the doozy of a shot, because, I've never experienced anything like that before. And, it took 3 weeks to manifest inside my body before it actually knocked me down. And, I was a pretty healthy guy, and, a father of 7. So the last thing that I had in mind was to go in and hinder how my future was going to turn out with my family. I always prided myself on my family, and I went from that figure of someone who could always provide and protect to somebody who was more of a recipient, and in a lot of ways a child. Um, so yeah, it knocked me down 3 weeks after, and when I went down, and fortunately, my wife was present, so I had someone to wake me up and to reassure me that something actually did just happen, and it's probably not good. We got in touch with the hospital immediately. Went to the hospital immediately. Um, it's been an ongoing battle with the system as far as trying to get recognition towards what happened, and to warning people that this is a real thing. It's been horrible as far as bringing it to other people's attention that the possibility of an accident is there, and this isn't something that they even know what to do with in our eyes. So I'm not alone, and there's so many others, but when this happened, we didn't know this, and we were on our own, and the attention that we were given created even more trauma, because we just didn't have anything to lay back on and say, okay, so at least we know that if they do this, we might get some results. It was never like that. And we went through so many different regimes and tests and spinal tap and MRIs, and all they were showing was progression of a disease that I never had before. And it was extremely aggressive. I watched my family around me crumbling because they were trying to be strong, because that's who they thought their dad was. And in no way was I ever going to let them down. So it knocked me down, but it didn't take me out.
Well, I have to say this, and I'm sure our viewers probably feel the same way. Despite what you went through, you kept your sense of humor. Man, you're strong, really amazing. And the other thing that people notice is the way you walked. I mean, it's like you couldn't really put it together without, an aid or a stick or something to help you. So tell us more about that. I mean, that sort of progressively went bad, right?
Yeah. So when I actually collapsed, it's been 3 weeks in, I lost my ability to walk almost instantly. The same with my ability to carry conversations, to really see reality anymore. I was in a huge cloud of brain fog that wouldn't allow me to really protect myself. It was I was in a stage of numbness, and it was actually it was probably one of the worst things I could even dream about, let alone think that other people were watching me go through this too.
And there were sores on your face as well. Like,
yeah, I had tremors. I had full body tremors for quite some time, actually. Many trips to the hospital, which was what actually got me admitted to see a neurologist. I had sores all over my body, all over my face.
wow.
They in my hair, all in my scalp. I couldn't get rid of them, and they were there for over a year, and they just burned. They burned all the time, and it felt like being stung by bees all the time. It wasn't mosquitoes; it was worse. And it was. I keep saying it was. I sure hope it never returns. Because I'm so thankful to be able to speak in this context now that, I can even speak, let alone try to figure out what I'm talking about every sentence. My cognitive skills were completely wiped out. I couldn't sign into a computer anymore. And yes, my walking, I went from a person who, you know, who loved being extremely active and being on my feet majority of my life. The only time I was off my feet was to sleep. And this just took me right out, right from the hip down. So I couldn't walk anymore. I couldn't, I couldn't jog. I couldn't move from one position to the other without thinking it through and taking each step by step, not out of order, or it would be very bad. So yeah, I was in a wheelchair.
Amazing.
I was told that if I continued in my wheelchair, it wouldn't be long before I would never walk again. So I said, I can't allow this to happen. I got out of the wheelchair and I told myself I wasn't going to use it. So we started using a walker and a cane and everything around me to bounce off of so that so I wouldn't fall over. But there was no way I was going to commit myself to giving up. So it's a blessing to be able to,
Wow.
to stand
Let's twist the story now to something more positive. With this person who gifted you this iTerra Care Classic by the name, if I may, or maybe you should say it, who gifted it to you?
I'd like to.
Yes,
I'll
please.
actually tell the story real quickly.
Please do.
So along the journey, a lot of our my fellow injured friends now, which are very, very many and dear to my heart, we've always tried to figure out a way to find a way to get through this. And I just forgot where I was going. Yes, sorry. And then so what happened was we were going through so many different regimes of trying to help and trying to figure out what's going to work. And I had this gentleman contact me a couple times. And I didn't know who he was at first, apart from the fact that he was one of my followers. And the gentleman's name was John King. And when John King came forward to me, he was convinced that he had something that would assist me with my ailments. And at that point in time, I was, to be honest, I was very afraid. And I just didn't really have that energy left in my body to attempt another thing at that particular time. I should have started a lot sooner. I actually had it for a couple of days before I went into the sessions with it. I'm so thankful that he found me, and I think he's thankful that he found me as well, because we've all benefited from it.
Yeah.
As far as where it hits you in your heart.
I know.
It's we've connected with people all around the world for the last 18, 19 months.
Yeah.
And we've also connected with some very key people in the last month of our lives as well. So you can never really close your mind to having more friends. They're all well.
I know.
And everyone has their own purpose.
Well, I'll be interviewing John King on December 18th. So viewers, if you want to see who Mr. John King is, just stay tuned. All right. Wow. Now, please carry us through your recovery. It seems to be pretty fast. I mean, just a few times and you are like almost back to normal again, kind of thing. Tell us.
You know what? I can tell you real quickly that it's been an amazing experience inside my body. I can actually feel my body going through a rebuild. I can, I've experienced a lot of, negative things going on in my body, and I don't feel that with this. I feel a lot of great things going on. However, that's just how I feel and how I saw it. But I'd rather if my wife told the story, because she was the one who treated me. And she was also the one that just like you had the joy of experiencing a miracle.
Andrea.
It was a Wednesday when we received the wand.
How did you blow him? I mean, all over the body. everyone would like to ask, I'm sure, where did you blow? How did you blow? You know, that kind of thing. So yeah.
It came to the house on a Wednesday, and he opened it, looked at it, said, you take it. And he didn't want to use it at first. He was kind of a little, well, I've tried all kinds of regimes and nothing worked, so you go first. I used it Wednesday, and I had my own miracle, so to speak. And by Friday, Kevin decided, okay, let's try this out. So Friday, he tried it. He did have a detox on Saturday. By Sunday, when he got up, he completely changed. His brain fog had lifted. He was steady on his feet, and the two of us were in complete shock. So in the videos that you showed, the last 3 videos were with our wand. So the one of him carrying the wand was after the first treatment. The second treatment was him walking into the bedroom with the dogs. And the third treatment was him running down the stairs. And it shocked the daylights out of us. We had no idea that this wand was going to bring back his ability to walk.
Only 3 treatments. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Wow.
And to watch this man go from not being able to walk and do things on his own. And, you know, I've seen him cry. I've seen him struggle. I've seen the tremors, the seizures that would last 2.5 hours. And there's nothing that anybody could do. I've had him in emergency when these were going on, and nobody had help. It's not something that our medical system knows how to deal with. It just happens, and you need to let it run its course, is what we're told. And it's mind over matter. But if it was mind over matter, he would have healed himself far before 18 months.
I know.
So we truly believe that this frequency wand has aided in his healing. Is he 100%? No, but he is so much better than he's ever been.
I know. Andrea, Kevin, please don't go away.
Okay.
Please stay tuned, stay on, and I'll be right back because we have another story to cover, and someone that you have introduced, I believe, Stacy, and we'll be right back. And thank you so much for all your sharing so far, and good to see you back to normal again. All right.
Thank you.
So, there you go, guys. You've heard it.